Hey, y'all. All right. So we're not even going to bother with those shenanigans in the moment. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. And I'm going to let Ashley finish. I just want y'all to hear everything. So they try to restrict me. And I think it's so crazy. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Just waiting for everybody to come in. Let me know everybody's here. Okay, sister. See, they reported my video so much as bullying. So
Wow.
they're not gonna let the video be up, but we can see what they fail to realize is it's not about. I do this because of the truth, not because of. Yeah, that's what it is. So everybody can hear you. Can y'all hear Ashley? Because they thought they was slick. Y'all know they was mass reporting that. Y'all know they was mass reporting it. Because don't nobody want to hear the truth about what really went on. I'm going to set up StreamYard 2 nights, as a matter of fact. But I'm going to let you go ahead and talk, sister. Let me know if y'all can hear Ashley in the comments. They can't handle it. They really can't.
I don't even remember.
You were at the part where when you contacted her, and it was merely because of her blessing.
Yeah. So I didn't, and I have to use this as an example again of people they don't fact check, so they'll report on something based off of like one side of the story, and that person could be blatantly lying for all they know, or it can be grossly inaccurate. So on top of reporting a one-sided story, you then begin to insult and taunt the person and call their character into question based off of something that has not been substantiated, which is severely irresponsible. I mean, it just doesn't cease to amaze me how irresponsible people are with their reporting. But whatever, I guess when it's all about numbers and views and money, it like accuracy doesn't matter. It just matters what is going to get the numbers, what's going to get my, because my regular lives are at 200. What's going to get it up to 800 or 1,000? Okay, maybe if I make this the topic, maybe if I say, "Ooh, Ashley forced out of the business," when Ashley was never forced out of anything. I could have signed the NDA and still been there, you know. So Ashley wasn't forced out of anything, and the truth about Ashley, like anything eye-catching using my name to like get up the views like they'll do. So once again, you're listening to a one-sided story and all of it isn't even true. Did I come to my mom? Yes. Did I ask about how she would feel about me using her name if I were to do it? Yes. Did I come to her and offer her a business opportunity? No. That never took place.
That's
and so
crazy.
After our I don't know if they heard the part where I talked about the original reason why I called her, because people were saying that she was missing. And
I don't think they did, because see what popped up on my screen, I knew they was reporting. So what popped up on my screen, did you guys hear the part about the original thing with the starting a business? Because I don't think, I know I looked up and it was just me and you, and then somebody messaged me like, what happened? And then I got the alert that it was took down. But you can't take down truth. It's always somewhere else to tell it. And here we are.
Two, you can always, if you can get on your Facebook now,
Mm-hmm.
you can share this YouTube video to your page, and
Mm.
so that way people are notified that you're on YouTube, because maybe everybody doesn't know
Okay, let me
that
try
you're
that while
here.
you're still talking. I can try to do that.
Because I also want to talk about this money that they're saying that I asked her about.
Yes.
It's so funny when you hear both sides. It's like, you know, you hear the other side. I was like, I would never just call her up, especially after not talking to her and not getting along with her. Do you think I want to call her and ask her, can we go into business together? Oh, and by the way, can you fund it? Do you think I'm dumb? I wouldn't do something like that. That would take a lot of nerve. That would be weird. And that's why that's why I just I didn't do that. But according to her, and I didn't listen to the whole live. I am going based off of what you're saying, Nikki, and then what I heard somebody else say. You know,
Right.
But I didn't really listen to it because it sounded so toxic that I just couldn't even bear to listen.
Right.
It's hard for me to sit back and listen. Like, if I'm not going to defend myself, if I'm not going to come up and talk, I can't just sit back and just take it in, you know? But yeah, somebody said that, like, you were basically trying to use her. Like, I just called her. Think, how crazy does that sound, Nikki? To just call her up out of the blue, right? We didn't talk. We haven't talked since last year. Our relationship is in the mud. And I just randomly call her, like, hey, like, let's go into business, and can I borrow some money?
Right.
You know,
right.
That sounds nuts.
It was weird to me.
Were you able to share it?
I'm doing that right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
It was very extremely weird to me. Hey everybody. It was really like, yeah. And see, this is taking forever, but I'm getting to it. Let me just post it here. Paste. Next. Post. Did it post? You can continue. Yeah, they can't. No, I don't. No, they can't. They can't. I mean, what it is, it just is amazing. How are y'all trying to whatever you want to call this, you all? It's like, yeah, it posted. It posted. It's on my page. Yeah. Okay. It is actually there, so you can continue. But at the same time, it's like, how you can't stop the truth. Exactly. Let me see. I'm so sorry Ashley had to endure all of this foolishness. It's her. So yeah, now it's shared to the page and we're over here. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I called her originally to check on her because that's what they were saying. They were saying that your mom's disappeared, her face was swollen. So I decided to call her just to make sure that she was okay. As the conversation progressed, I told her what I wasn't supposed to tell her until like a month from now, because I needed like more time to think about it. But I already had her on the phone, and I don't know. I just felt comfortable enough like talking to her about it. And so after presenting it to her, she was like, I just don't know, because, it's been a lot. It's just been a lot of stuff said. And, I'm just not sure, like, basically, I'm not sure how I feel about it because of everything that has transpired.
Mm-hmm.
There is a small chance she might have misunderstood what I was saying as, can we go into business together? There's a small chance she could have misunderstood my words, even though I don't really understand, because I let her know that it's me and somebody else that's doing it. But even now that I'm thinking about it, how she responded to it, like, I don't know, because it's almost as if she was asked to, like, join a business with me, which she wasn't. I was just asking her about her being okay with it because it's her creation? And are you okay with me? These are like just some names. Like, but would you be okay with me, like, if I used your name in the name of the business? Like, would you be okay with that? So going forward, she said, I don't know, because there's been a lot said. So we ended up getting into that conversation about everything that transpired since last year with her and Boss Lady, and her feeling betrayed by me because I went and I worked over there, and I can't believe you would work over there, and I can't believe you'd be over there with those pages. So trying to help her to understand, okay, Mom, like, you fired me. You should be happy that I was able to go over and work with Karina. And to the hate page, it's the same thing I explained to you guys. It's the same thing I explained to her, and that I'm conducting business, and I'm
Right.
taking like whatever I can get. It doesn't mean that I support everything that they're saying about you, because let's be honest. I mean, some of it does go a little bit too far. Like when
Yeah.
just when you take screenshots of her eating and just say, well, look at how stupid she was. I mean, come on,
Mm-hmm.
But if there are legitimate reasons that they're trying to expose you, like, I can't fault anybody for that, But I don't agree with everything that's posted over there, but I don't support it either. I told her I'm just doing business. So this was the conversation that we were having, just trying to like sort it all out. But it wasn't for the purpose of, can you do this business with me? It really started as, how do you feel about me going off and doing this with somebody else? Are you okay with that? Also, are you okay with me using your name, since this is your creation?
Mm-hmm.
Those were the questions that I asked her. I never asked this woman, can we go into business together, ever? But that's what's being said over there is, I came crawling back on my knees. That never happened. And that is a lie, So Sierra
That's what was
agreed.
said. Yeah, that's what was said. I'm listening.
Yeah. And so Sierra agreed to kind of like mediate, because one of the things she was accusing me of, same thing she accused me of on the live, was being disrespectful to Tay. And I said, I sent you that recording to your email. Did you ever get a chance to listen to it? Oh no, well, like, I couldn't open it. And I'm like, okay, well, you need to listen to that recording, because when you listen to it, there's no way you can say that I was disrespectful. We end up getting into it kind of over the phone. It got tense, and Sierra said that she just come over here after work. Like, I'll mediate. We can talk about it. So I go over to Sierra's house after work, and we sit down and we listen to the audio, right? And we didn't even listen to the whole audio. It was about 34 minutes long. I want to say we were 8 minutes in. And when she saw how nice and reasonable I was being, she was like, okay, we don't have to listen to anymore. You weren't being disrespectful. Maybe I just felt that way because I felt like I wanted you to be more welcoming to Tay, So
Mm-hmm.
she had to conclude after the audio, there was no disrespect to Tay, and that she was wrong about that. And I said, and so we talked about that. As we talked about that, we also talked about, we also talked about other things that had transpired. Sierra, kind of chimed in and gave her 2 cents. And then we moved on to the actual business that I was planning on doing.
Mm-hmm.
And talked about it, and what I was planning to do. Like, okay, if you did it, like, what would it be? What are you thinking as far as names? Like, how many seasonings would you do? Would you do the exact same that I Got You Seasonings is doing? I told them that if I did do it, there are a few new seasonings that I was thinking about, that I was going to tell Karina about. But once we kind of had our fall out or stop talking, I just kept them to myself.
Can I
I was
ask you,
telling,
if you don't mind me asking, can I
yeah,
ask you, was this when Tay popped out of nowhere and came to Atlanta when y'all had this conversation?
is I'm sorry, say that
Remember,
again.
you said y'all had a conversation where Sierra was basically the mediator. Was this
Hmm.
when Tay had came up there out of nowhere? We ain't see her, your mom was up there working, 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 and then she popped up out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
Well, she came. So that when I went over there, that was on I think it was a Friday, and then Tay popped in on a Sunday or Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, um, but she wasn't there like
Gotcha.
while we were
Well, y'all were
talking.
having that conversation. Gotcha.
Right, right. And so my mom had my mom suggested that I do it with I'll say a family member instead.
Okay.
That was her suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's because she felt like, okay, if you're gonna do this, at least keep it in the family. So she didn't even assert herself and say, let's me and you do it together. So two things. One, I didn't come to her and offer to do a business with her. And then even once we talked about it, once we kind of talked everything through that happened like this year and last year, she didn't even offer and say, yeah, like let's just me and you do it together. She wanted me to do it with a family member and like kind of keep it all in the family.
Mm-hmm.
And she wanted to like kind of like be involved in it. And I told her, well, it's like, my friend, it's like, I feel bad. And, I had to go back and tell my friend that, hey, like, oh, like my mom is feeling like she wants me to do it with them over there. But it's like, I'm not really sure. And I feel like because my friend came to me with the idea, she's the one who put it into my mind. I felt like she was the one like deserving of it. And I don't even trust me and my mom's relationship in that even if we were to do something like that, we didn't fell out and the whole thing would, fall apart. So before I could even get back to my mom, she had already told me that she had talked to she had a conversation with Tay, and like Tay didn't want her to do it with me anyway. And I thought, well, shoot, well, that's cool.
Okay,
The
interjection.
original
I'm
plan, I
sorry.
was supposed to do it with my
It,
business partner anyway.
right. My interjection. This is where the lies are for me, you all. Because online it's portrayed, everybody wants the relationship to work with her and her mom. You see what I'm saying? Everybody wants it to work. This is what they feed online. But the back end of it is, why do you have to go? Do you think that woman go consult with her about something she gonna do with her son? Hell no. She gonna go and say and do whatever. Why in the hell does she have to go and, oh well, I talked it over with her? For her to say no. Okay, I'm sorry. Continue. I'm sorry. I got Tourette's.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. I mean, and the whole tune changed. She even said that, I think, yeah, maybe we just need to focus on working on like our relationship. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I mean, just so you know, like I'm moving forward with the business. Like I just told her,
Mm-hmm.
remember, my whole point in even revealing it to her was to see, are you okay with me basically taking, what you passed down to me, what you taught me? Are you okay with me? Would you be okay with me starting my own? And would you be okay with me, like using your name in it to pay homage to you because this is your creation? So when she told me that she had a conversation with Tay and the answer was no, and that we needed to work on our relationship, I'm like, tough, okay, bye. So I'm
Right.
like, okay, back to my regularly scheduled program in, okay, do I want to do this? Is this something that I want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Talking more to my husband about it, talking more to, the friend about it. Like, let's get back to that. And like, if I were to do this, how would we like, go about doing it?
Mm-hmm.
So think about it, Nikki. Now that's out of the window. My mom, like, she shut it down and said no involvement, right? I said, cool. She
And
also
you know
said
what,
we needed to
again, and
work
I
on our
hate to keep
relationship. And I said,
interjecting,
I'd like to.
sister. This is my thing. They don't tell all that. They didn't tell. She did. She made sure she sat over there, and she let them down you, down you, down you, down you. Called saying you're just the gimme, 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 gimme. All of these disrespectful things. And Nam Time said none of this. So this must be around the time when she low-key leaked out your fish fry when she was driving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I told her like that if I wanted to do it, I think I would want to include the coating, but also a fish fry with that. And
okay.
So yeah, when she leaked that out, I just thought to myself, man, like, come on. I guess it was an accident.
Yeah, accident on purpose.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, so her last text to me was, us needing to work on our relationship. So I had Sierra. I said, Sierra, cousin Cece, now we may need you to mediate. Do you mind if, we sit down and have another conversation? Because look, what's funny is after we had the first conversation before Tay came into town, everything had gotten smoothed over, right? I was able to break things down to her, the relationship with Karina and why I had to say certain things because you got online and was saying things that weren't true, and the hate pages and why I was over there. Like, we literally we broke everything down. Sierra was giving her 2 cents on it. It was a very it was a decent conversation. But what's funny is that when Tay came around, everything changed.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. It is like we never had that conversation, and we didn't laugh and crack some jokes as I was getting in my car to leave. You would have thought none of that ever happened. And she came back as a completely different person. Like, well, I talked to Tay, and basically the answer is no, and I'm back to square one. So I asked Sierra, could we do another sit down? We ended up doing this one on Zoom, and she was a lot more defensive during this sit down, and she just got up and took a call and left. And when she left out of the room, it was just me and Sierra on the screen, and I'm like, Sierra, where is she going? And she was like, well, I mean, I guess she couldn't take anymore. And I'm like, what? Like, you can't just get up and walk away. So I get my phone. Well, me and Sierra are looking at each other on Zoom, and I call her and to see, where are you going? Get back in here so we can finish the conversation, right? Because they claim online they want to work on the relationship, but when it's actually time to do it, they can't sit and really do the work. So I called her while me and Sierra were still on Zoom, and she didn't answer. And I'm like, Sierra, what? And I was so mad because I remember I put off making some salt for this meeting too. I was really sacrificing some time. And I said, well, Sierra, look, I apologize for putting you in the middle of this. I thought we could really get somewhere, if you were a mediator, but I can see it's kind of getting to you and stressing you out a little bit. So I'm not going to ask you to mediate anymore. We're going to have a professional if we want to fix anything. But I want to thank you for just, opening up your home to us and just being of service to us. And, she said, no big deal. So I closed the chapter with Sierra. Sierra is no longer going to be our mediator. If we're going to work on anything, one, you're going to call me. You're going to reach out to me because you got it from this meeting and walked away. I didn't walk away. And that's it. So...
Is that why why Tay no longer welcome at Sierra house? Because people's asking, do you trust Sierra? Because Sierra seemed to just love Tay.
What I'll say is Sierra is very respectful, and she tries to
That's
be
what I
as supportive
said.
as she can.
That's what I said.
She tries to be supportive, and I'll leave it there. She wants to be supportive and kind, and
that's
she's pretty much. She gets along with most people. At least she tries. I think I'm a little bit more I'm a little bit more rough around the edges, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And
Mm-hmm.
like if I really like don't like somebody,
I can't pretend
I
like I do, or even
yeah
for the moment. I
yeah
won't even call it pretend. It's just like you can't come to my house because I ain't got
right.
time to fake it.
Right. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like, I'm not going to be disrespectful because that's
Right.
immature to disrespect somebody because you don't like them. But at the same time, I'm not going to be like laughing and smiling on a live, like, hey guys, like, this is so fun. Like, we're just having all this fun together. Like, I'm not going to do that. You'll see me just like kind of, being normal.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the Zoom meeting. And then I want to say 1 or 2 weeks later, she calls and, talks to Victoria. They have a conversation and um, she sends another text about just like how betrayed she feels and she just doesn't, want to. Oh, this is the job reference. You said that they mentioned the job reference.
Yeah, you asked her for a
Yeah.
job reference.
Okay, right. So with the whole NDA thing going on, I didn't know if I was going to be like working there or not. So I put in an application for different jobs, little part-time jobs, and I put her down as a reference because it was an admin assistant job part-time, and because I did like admin assistant work for my mom, I thought, oh great,
No.
like she
Yes.
can
Okay. I
verify,
understand that now. Right. Well,
right? Because
that's what we all do. Jobs that we worked at previously, we put them down for particular work. Sometimes they ask for our last 3 to 5 employers on an application.
Right,
Okay. All
exactly.
right.
And so working under her and taking care of her personal stuff, like, setting appointments, money management, budgeting, uh, cleaning, everything, just managing her life. I thought, man, this is such an excellent reference for this admin assistant job. So I said, hey, they may be calling you, would you mind like answering numbers you don't know for like the next 2 days, just, for me.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, okay. She's like, she did get something in an email about a reference regarding me, but she don't know how to like open it. So could I like meet with her to like open it and do it with her? So I said, okay, cool. So I texted later in the day and I said, hey, where are you? Like, we can come and meet you real quick. And then she sends a text saying something along the lines of, I just feel so betrayed in these hate pages, and I can't believe you would be like, just totally flip the switch on me. I can't believe you'd be over there with them. So get Nikki to help you. And and at first I thought, okay, I'm just not gonna like, respond to it, and I'll just like X her out as a reference and go another route. But then I thought about it and I prayed on it, and I said, I texted her back and I said, hey mom, I feel betrayed too, and I am still willing to work on the relationship despite feeling betrayed by you. So do you want me to set up an appointment? I did find a therapist. She's really good, and she specializes in mother-daughter relationships, even wrote a book on mother-daughter like trauma and rebonding them. Um, and so I reached out to her to see what her schedule was like, got her schedule, got her Zoom schedule and her in-person schedule, set up everything, and said, hey, mom, like she can meet in person on Thursdays, but she's got to do it in Zoom the other days. Are you available this day next month on Thursday? And she agreed to it. So that was the end. That was the last, wait, hold on. This was like last week, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, like, there's this talk online that we need to work on our relationship, and you'll even tell me we need to work on our relationship. But out of what I just told you, Nikki, what in that did you hear where she put forth effort and set up any type of meeting and did any type of work?
Nothing. Just like she talking about, you've been helping her for the last year. I've been helping my daughter. I've been helping her financially, her and my granddaughter for the last year. Like, it,
But when it comes to actually putting in the work to work on the relationship, it's the same thing that happened in the her versus Karina era. Like, It's the same thing. I do all the work behind the scenes. I call Sierra, hey, can we use your house? Can we set up a meeting? Can you mediate? I set up everything, download the audio clip so it can so everyone can hear. All you do is show up. Same thing again. I do research to find the therapist. I call the therapist. I book the appointment. You know, I make sure, what's your schedule? Okay, therapist, what's your schedule? Okay, what's my schedule? Okay, I can move this around. And all you do is show up. And then when you show up, you nut up and you cut up. And you ain't got no humility. And sometimes you even get up from the meeting and walk away. When I did all this work, so I do all the work to put everything together. The kidnapping for Starbucks gate. Who set it up? Who set it up? You know?
Right.
Who kidnapped you in the van so if we could drive you to Starbucks and sit you down? Like I've always done the work behind the scenes to set up meetings so we can sit down and so we can talk about it.
Right.
You know? And you can ask Sierra, like when I talk to her, I try to be as meek and as logical and as kind as possible. Like, your mom, do you think? Okay, well, can I explain that to you? This is what, like, I try to be as unoffensive as possible. I try to be delicate in how I handle her, you know? So it's like, I'm the one doing all the work here. I'm the one doing all the work. So it's just funny how, you know, you can portray it as one thing online. You portray it to your audience that you're this mother who, like, I care so much, and you know I do anything for her. You ain't showing up for that appointment.
Right.
You're not showing up to like really work on things. You're getting up from meetings and walking away. The Starbucks meeting, you tried to get up and walk away because you got upset. You know, it's like, we set things up, we do the work, and then you get up and just walk away like when you're upset, when something doesn't go your way. Or when I don't say what you want me to say. But I hope that kind of just clears
it
up.
Did. It just, because she portrays it as if, oh, she just was giving money and giving you money and helping you. And then you got them Bozo and Cookie on each side of her. Oh, and she wouldn't even say, she didn't even ask for an apology. And she didn't even, and this man swept down, he ain't say nothing bad about your daddy. I said nothing bad about her father. And then she went over there on Nikki's page and said that she has a closer relationship. Well, you know, it's just so much of the twist and the back and the, it's like, come on, man, if you gonna say something, say it for what it is.
He said my dad was fine. Let me see if I can airdrop this real quick. Hold on. Yep. 1 second, y'all. Because I screen recorded this. You know, I gotta screen record, because people will lie.
Yeah. They really will.
Like they lied and said I was disrespectful to Tay, and I played that audio, and you saw where I was being very nice and reasonable with her. Very nice. And you even said that you were the one cutting up when we all were sitting down, when it was me, her, and Tay. Like, I wasn't the one cutting up. She heard herself yelling on there, getting all defensive and mad, and I was calm. And I was respectful whenever Tay was talking, trying to hear her out. Yeah, you had to see, if I hadn't recorded that, you would have it sounded down in your mind for life that I disrespected her. But that audio proves that wasn't the truth. And this screen recording here proves that Darnell's not being honest. Hold on 1 second. Let me know if you can hear this.
Okay. What?
Your dad is not perfect. Your dad did some foul stuff. I was going to say that. I was going to say this deeper than what we're talking about. Your dad did some more foul stuff than your mama did. He didn't say nothing negative about my dad?
Wow. And somebody on here is saying, to ask you what happened to Angel. I don't know who Angel is, but that's what somebody said. He just said it. I just heard it with my own ears. Now, how he supposed to know everything your dad did?
Now, I didn't hear him say he didn't say anything about my dad, but according to you, with your ears, you heard him say.
Yeah, he said, I didn't say anything bad about her father. He said that.
So I would ask you guys listening, did that sound bad, what he just said? Just put a yes or no in the chat. I want to see what y'all think. He's saying he didn't say anything bad. I just played you the clip that I screen recorded. You let me know if that was good or
It's
bad.
saying
Yes or no.
yes. He did say something. Yes, it was bad.
Okay, I'm saying the yes, but
Okay.
according to him, no. You know,
Mm-mm-mm.
someone said play it
Somebody
again.
said yes, he
Yeah.
said he didn't say it. He said
On.
nothing bad.
Someone said play it again. Hold on, let me
Mm-hmm.
play it. Oops. Hold on. Oops. 1 second. Upset with it. And mind you, your dad is not perfect. Your dad did some foul stuff. I was going to say that. I was going to say it's deeper than what we're talking about. Your dad did some more foul stuff than your mama did. Yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think.
This is crazy.
He said your dad. He added more context.
Yes,
He
he
said
did.
he did more foul stuff than your mom. How would he
Yes.
know that? So yeah, but I hope that answers the questions of the clearing it up about the whole like business thing, and did Ashley come like crawling back to her mom after she now that she's seeing it don't work with Karina, now she's crawling back on her knees like, Mama, please help me, please, can we go into business together, can I have some money, to start the business? No, ma'am.
Right.
I had somebody who wanted to do a partnership with me who has all the money and
Right.
who was ready to invest. I did not need your money. I did not need your money. Here's what I told her. Because she wanted, remember I told you she wanted me to go into the partnership with somebody in the family instead.
Right.
And what I told her was, if that's what you want, then some money is going to be needed. And do you have that money?
That's why. Because you already had someone that was going to foot it financially. And her putting out the idea.
You want me to go into business with somebody?
Okay.
Where's the money coming from?
Okay.
I have the plan.
Okay.
Sorry.
Why? No. I'm just saying okay out loud because, see, these are the little bits and pieces that people leave out. So you came to her with it already ready, just getting a blessing for the name, when all actuality, this was also, look at the Lord, the Lord is not pleased with the way folks lie. So at the same time, why would you have to, if you were being considerate to me, my opinion, I'm going to be considerate, even though I'm not talking to my mama, even though we had a whole good conversation before that little leprechaun came down here. Then when a leprechaun come, everything is this way. Okay, fine. Now the leprechaun, she gone. Now you want to act all like things are different. I'm coming. You didn't have to ask her, I don't think, for the permission of the name. That was your grandmother.
Well, now I'm wishing like that I wouldn't have. I was thinking, like, as when I was over there for 5 minutes, I thought to myself, dang, like, I never should have trusted her. I never should have went over there. And I was back and forth. I'm like, I mean, well, it is her stuff. It is the right thing to do. You don't just want to, if you decide to do this in the future, you don't want to just pop up with it and she just find out about it online that I'm using, like, her, so it's like I was back and forth between, no, that was the right thing to kind of, at least like let her know. But then on the flip side, it's like, but then look at what is created. She took confidential talk and fed it to a page.
Them.
I've never taken anything about you and fed it to a page. As much as you like to say, like, I'm over there with them, I'm supporting them. No, supporting them would be giving them information on you so they have more content, more juicy content on you, which I've never done. But what you did is you took something, you took a thought, a potential business plan maybe for the future, and I came and I talked to you about it, and you fed it to somebody else. Now you've proven that I can't trust you. Can't even trust your own mom. She would take what you told her and give it to somebody else for the purpose of what? Now it does appear like it's for the purpose of tearing me down. Because what else would the purpose be? Why would they need to know that?
Mm-hmm.
Why would these people, these content creators online, why would they need to know that? It ain't like you called up your sister, like my auntie, and was telling her, my auntie ain't really online. It ain't like that, right?
Right.
These are people that are online, and you know that this information, if it gets out, how it can make me look. Like,
Right.
the narratives that would be spun
Exactly.
around this. So
Exactly.
what is your motive for taking that conversation and telling, like, Darnell and Lena?
Right.
What would be the purpose?
Right.
You see how I'm led to believe that it's all a plan to kind of, and it's funny, Nikki, I get accused of hating her.
Right. Exactly.
But is there a little projecting going on?
It's very much so.
Because why would you take that and give it to a page when these pages, when their intentions are to hurt me and bring me down?
Mm-hmm.
That action says that you might hate your daughter, while you're accusing her of hating you.
Exactly.
What did I do to prove that I hate you?
That's what I want to know. Where's the list?
With a page.
Where's the list? Exactly. Where's the list of things that you've done? When we've seen countless things, and y'all Ashley can see the chat. I'm not going to ask Ashley to talk about anything that she doesn't want to talk about. That's not what I'm doing. She's just sharing what she wants to share. I'm not going to ask her where anybody is. I'm not going to ask any of that. Okay? She can see the chat. This is just the way we had to come to it.
Yeah, I guess with Angel, use your imagination.
There you go. Use your imagination.
I mean, she was here and she's
gone
now. I mean, hey.
That's what happened. Hey. It ain't even got to be said. I'm so glad that you cleared the way people portray things. And he sit up there and her daughter, and this is her mother and my mom and all this stuff. Your mom is just, that's what I feel. That's what I feel. I feel that there is a level of what's really going on. Where is the hate really coming from? What is it really?
Nikki, that I just thought about too. I'm sorry.
No, you're all right. We do this, back.
Before we had the meeting at Sierra's house, where, I talked to her and Sierra about, the business. What I specifically asked my mom, and Sierra can vouch for this. What I specifically asked my mom before I left, I asked her, could you please not tell Tay about this? Do you think you could just keep this between us three?
Mm-hmm.
And she went into it. I mean, Tay, she don't really care. She's not gonna say nothing. I said, Mom, can you not tell Tay about this?
And she went right after and did.
Shrugged it. But later revealed to me that I talked to Tay. And it's like, hello?
Yeah.
There's to her. I'm trying to keep it respectful. I've never disrespected this girl online. I've never tried to do that, but I have to say I don't trust her. I do not trust her. Mm-hmm. And I don't want my personal business, potential future plans